So let's talk about what he's trying to do. This is unhinged, by the way. So he wants to lead a movement. He wants to sign an executive order to get rid of mail-in ballots. Um, Calls them highly inaccurate, blah, 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 blah. This is his rant that he does. There's a couple let me play two pieces of a clip and then we'll talk about it.
Mail-in ballots are corrupt. Mail-in ballots, you can never have a real democracy with mail-in ballots. And we, as a Republican Party, are going to do everything possible that we get rid of mail-in ballots. We're going to start with an executive order that's being written right now by the best lawyers in the country to end mail-in ballots because they're corrupt. And you know that we're the only country in the world, I believe, I may be wrong, but just about the only country in the world that uses it because of what's happened. Massive fraud all over the place.
And that's funny that he says that because my sister called me before the show and said, Andre, I know you're going to be on tonight. She said, could you tell them that they have mail-in ballots in Russia? So we're not the only country that has mail-in ballots. And the other thing is that's what he's always done is mail-in ballots. So it's so it's so bad. Why he keep doing it?
Let me play this and then we'll talk because this talks about all the countries that have mail-in ballots. So let me just play this.
Mail-in ballots is going to be a great embarrassment to our country.
President Donald Trump says he will sign an executive order eliminating mail-in ballots and voting machines. Trump has long opposed voting by mail or electronically and has long claimed widespread voter fraud due to the systems. Trump claimed the U.S. is the only country in the world that still uses mail-in ballots. This claim is false. Canada, the United Kingdom, Germany, South Korea, and more than 24 other countries have postal voting systems in place. Countries with right-wing governments like Italy also offer limited mail-in voting. Trump said recently that Russian President Vladimir Putin agreed that mail-in voting is not honest. Trump blasted voting machines as highly inaccurate, very expensive, and highly controversial. The president believes his effort to remove mail-in voting and voting machines will be opposed by Democrats and accuses the party of widespread cheating. He also noted that his orders are justified because the executive branch has power over the states. Experts believe voter fraud is very rare in the United States and almost never actually influences an election's outcome.
Isn't it interesting that it's always fraud until he wins?
And it's just voter suppression is what it is. Just suppressing people's votes, thinking he's going to win. You're done running for everything right now. I don't know what this 2028 crap is, but it's just a way to hurt people and to suppress their vote.
Well,
Doing it since the beginning of voting.
in California, no one has any problems mailing their vote in or going down to a box or going in and doing it electronically. It's worked very well. What the hell is he talking about?
And for some of us, it's just a lot easier. Like, we have off for election day and stuff, but like for me,
Wait,
we
who has off election
Who
day?
has off? I don't have that.
Oh, really? Because in Pennsylvania we do.
No.
Oh,
Like,
no.
well, at least the
Wow.
school, at least the schools and stuff do.
But
But
will you give us time to go to the polls?
well, but for me, like my husband will still have in service, and we only have one car, and he has to travel between schools. How would I get to do my vote? There's no way.
Right.
Like I need the mail-in ballot. I've done it the last 3 times.
I think if he does eliminate all that, it's going to hurt him more than it's going to hurt anybody else because most of his base only has one car and they live out in the rural areas, and it's going to end up hurting him more than helping him, which I don't
Yeah, the
understand.
demographics. We'll talk about
He's
that.
not trying to have any elections by 2028.
That's right. Now tell him
That's
that's the truth. Now that's really no. And Elon Musk already told us he cheated on this last election. I still feel like Harris won. I'm like, there was too many people for Harris.
It's harder to cheat with mail-in voting. It's easier to cheat when you can get access to the voting.
Didn't he say there will be no more voting after this? You Republicans, if you
He
vote,
did say that it'll be the last time you have to vote.
last time you have to vote. Motherfucker.
He said it today.
Yes, May.
I just want to bring to our attention who this is targeting.
Black people.
Black people and Black communities. Okay. If we go down, everybody else is free for all. Black people are
feel the same
the
way.
main goal of all of this. It's
Black
been
Empire.
that for 400 years ago. Okay. Let's just keep it clear here why we are in this situation, because we have not given Black people the rights that they deserve. When shit works for Black people in this country, then it will work for everybody. But we still can't seem to understand that shit.
Well, we understand it. You understand it, and I understand it. But he's scared. They are scared that if Black people get in charge, that we're going to treat them just like they've treated us for these hundreds of years. But the
Ain't
difference
nobody
is
even
us.
trying to do that shit. We trying to
That's what, but
chill, bro.
that's what white supremacists think.
Yes,
They
that is
think
their
we're going to
fear.
treat them just like they treated us. But that's not who we are as a people. They just don't
Because
know
if we
we're
wanted to do that, we would have done that a long time ago. We
Yeah.
just
They don't
want to
believe
be
that.
free and left the fuck alone.
They
Yeah.
think that we wouldn't know how to do with power, but to do the same thing to them. They will put them in jail, put them as maids,
And actually, half of them need to go to fucking jail anyway.
yeah, because they criminals. You're right.
Criminals.
That's
The
the
fuck?
truth.
Well,
No, it's
Stephen
just say
Miller
the
was talking.
yeah, go ahead.
Stephen Miller, just briefly, was talking today, and he was explaining like that there was a lot of white hippies running around DC, and he's like, they don't even live here. DC is Black, and he was like, and they don't get, and they ain't even treating them right. And I'm like, make your decision, Stephen.
Right.
Well, what he said
You
about
know,
those hippies, though, is that they were in their 90s. I said, what?
yeah, that's what he said. Those 90-year-old hippies. He said it
90s?
shipped in.
He's running around in their 90s. You believe that?
That's around World War II.
Yep.
Age.
That's what he said.
No, I was also going to say you're absolutely right, May, and we here understand that. The other group it affects are seniors and the disabled and those people who can't get to those polls.
Do you guys remember? I don't know what election this was. Somewhere in Florida or maybe it was Georgia where they couldn't even pass out water or food to wait in the line.
Florida.
It was like illegal to like even give food or water to people to stand in line to vote. Okay.
That is in Texas today. That is a law here.
And then there were bomb threats in Georgia in very suspicious districts, right?
But don't
is
forget, guys.
a whole nother level of fucked up shit.
We all see it. A lot of people see it. It's like, what do we do about it? That's always the bigger question.
Yeah,
What do we
because
do?
I feel like people keep talking about it, but we need to be about it, you know. And so, I mean, I want to talk about what we do next, and that's what the strategy is. But then you don't want to publicize exactly what you're doing on the media because they listening.
This town hall I found to be a bit interesting. Let's just watch that on the mail-in ballot issue.
Donald Trump announced today that he would sign an executive order to abolish mail-in ballot and voting machines for the 2026 midterms. It's an unprecedented federal overreach. It flouts state authority, and it's following the advice of Vladimir Putin, per Donald Trump's words. Per Donald Trump's words. Here we go. Democracy is built on secure and accessible voting. Where do you stand? So elections are run by the states. Right. So I don't know that President Trump is going to succeed at that, but it is. But where do you stand personally on stripping Americans from those foundational tools? And if you support it, then how do you defend the charge that it's more than a policy choice and not a push for authoritarian control that undermines election?
Well, I know
election
you're
integrity.
using the right buzzwords, but the buzzwords don't really mean anything when we're talking about a republic and we're talking about protecting the integrity of our elections. So I am well aware of the challenges and problems with mail-in ballot.
And you just said we need to keep it. We have to have mail-in ballots. My question to you was, how do you feel personally of stripping Americans of those foundational tools of mail-in ballots? Mail-in ballots.
Mail-in ballots are not foundational tools. You're fully capable of exercising your right to vote without mail-in ballot. You are absolutely capable of exercising your right to vote without mail-in ballot.
How can I tell if anything you say is true? A lot of Because a lot of the time you say one thing and then you have like your hand behind your back. Who's like, oh, I didn't even mean that. How I have any trust in you, my representative?
Yeah, but that is just you don't you can either
You haven't given us any trust. You neither.
you disagree with me. That isn't to trust you.
That's not. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm asking you.
That isn't to trust
Oh, yeah, people are not happy.
Vote her out. That rep needs to go.
Yeah, she's
I
been
hate like thing where so many of these reps just think they're better than their constituents. And like they think that they can just talk down to them and just ignore or not care about like what they're gonna say. They'll be like, I'll do a town hall, but I'll just stand up here and spew crap and they have to listen to me. No, people want answers. They want you to represent them, not how it'll fill their pocketbook. Like
They all forget who pays
That is
their
called-
salary, Katie. They all forget who pays their salary.
Katie, that is called not being humble. None of them have been humble. They have not come and apologized. They have not come and brought forth any solutions for their constituents. So they're not humble. That's what the problem is.
I
But until you vote them out, that's the only way they learn.
Well, right, August. Like, honestly, I'm like, why are you here, lady? Like, why are you even here? Why would you even get up in front of all these people and just get dragged and booed and all this shit? If you're gonna be evil, then go do evil and not get like humiliated.
Because they all
everybody.
have the Trump syndrome. They think that they can do what Donald Trump does and get away
Mhm.
with it. But no one's having it. People are fed up. They have had it up to here. And I think you guys can hear it in my voice. I'm spitting bullets right now
I feel you.
because I am just sick of it. I'm tired of people taking us for granted. Okay? Guess what? Now you got to earn your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And oh, mama.
I think the blue states, every blue state that in a red state is gerrymandering, they should withhold all the money. I think the blue states that are paying for all these people on welfare and social services withhold the money. I think they should withhold the money from all the states that are gerrymandering and cheating.
Something that people
We
like,
have to do something, right?
Yeah,
Though,
we
honestly, we
do.
have
Right.
to do something before it's too
withhold the
late.
money.
And I'm starting to go crazy because it just
The
feels like
lawlessness is
we're
out of
not
control.
doing shit.
these like Republicans that do like these town halls and stuff, they think that people are gonna fall all over them because they do to Trump. But what they don't realize is Trump plants those people in there. He knows what people are gonna be in there to kiss the ring. And so I don't know why these reps think that like their people are so persuadable, but it's not. They want change, and it's happening in these big red areas like Nebraska. And it reminds me of the video that May and we recorded last night, just talking about like MAGA reality versus actual reality and the frustrations with all that.
Well, hopefully it will all be reflected in the votes if we have a midterm.
If we can get there.
Yeah.
We
For
can, if
fuck's
there's
sake.
enough
I'm just
people
trying to get
stand
I'm
up.
just trying to get to January 1st right now. I'm taking it quarterly. I'm gonna
I
count down
want to
that
get to
quarter.
September 1st.